Hey, good morning. Today's video is going to give you a chance to do a little bit of experimenting and participating in a demonstration about one factor that has a lot to do with our emotions, in addition to the events that we may have already discussed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you each a situation in a second to think about and to do some imagining. So let's just take a second and just take a couple of deep breaths, get relaxed, sort of clear our minds a little bit so we can do some visualizing and imagery for a minute. So now that we're doing that, I'm going to divide you into three groups based on the month that you were born in, the month of your birthday. So if you were born in the first 4 months of the year, January, February, March, April, I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to show you now. Everyone else, when I tell you, look away, I'm going to show a situation. So for those of you born between January and April, you can still look. The others, please turn away now. Don't look at the screen. Don't cheat. Here is the situation for those of you born in the beginning of the year. Okay, now everyone can look again. Now, those of you born in the middle of the year, born in May, June, July, or August, I want you to look at the screen in just a second, and everyone else, please turn away, don't look. This will work better if everybody cooperates. Okay, so those of you born in the middle of the year, look now, and everyone else, please look away. This is the situation for those of you in the middle of the year. Okay, everyone can look again now. And one more time. Now we're going to do it for the bottom bottom third of the year. Those of you born in September through December, if that was your birth month, I want you to look at the screen, and everyone else turn away now. Don't look unless you're last part of the year. This is your situation. Okay, everyone can look now. I want you to remember the situation that I just gave you. Imagine it, visualize it, sense it, put yourself in that situation as if you were really there, and imagine you were that person. Now, let's pay attention to what your body is doing from head to toe. See if you can imagine that. So for example, what's happening with your heart rate, your pulse? Is it up high as opposed to low? What about your breathing? Are you breathing normally, like I am now? Are you breathing quick and rapidly, trying to catch a lot of air or expel a lot of it? What about your muscles? Muscles tense and tight versus relaxed and loose. Digestion. Is this a good time to have food in your stomach and your body to be digesting it, or maybe not so good? And one more example, your heat level. Are you feeling hot and sweaty, perhaps, or not necessarily? Cool and loose. Okay, those are some options in terms of what your body is doing. Now try to give a name to that emotion. So if you had to look at, put yourself in that situation and imagine, what am I feeling? What's the name for it? ABCs of emotion, emotion words, angry, bored, cheerful, depressed, elated, frustrated, going through the alphabet just for example. Those are feeling words. Not your thoughts, not your opinions, but feelings, your emotions. So let's go over these again now. And I am imagining that most all of you were experiencing very similar things in your body as you imagined yourself in these situations. Your pulse should be up high, probably heart rate higher than normal, breathing faster. Your muscles are tight and tense, which makes it a bad time to have too much food in your stomach and to be digested. You might be sweating and hot. So all these body signals are the same, yet the emotions that you might have labeled would be very different. I am also guessing that some of you would be labeling your emotion as fear and anxiety. Others might label it as excitement, and others more physical excitement and arousal. So now we can all look at the experimental conditions of the different independent variables where I gave each group a different situation. One group, those of you last part of the year, this is Rafa Nadal, number 2 ranked tennis player in the world these days. You're at the close end of an exciting sporting event. Those body signals are probably doing the same, but let's see. Those of you in the middle of the year, unfortunately, you have a dental phobia and you're at the dentist's office, so not so much fun. Not so exciting, but maybe panicking and anxiety. Those of you in the first part of the year got the lucky one, passionate kissing with a romantic partner. So again, a different kind of excitement, but body might be doing the same. So what's the whole point of all this? The point of all this, contrary to one of the other demonstrations or discussions about life events, is that there's a cognitive theory and a cognitive thinking part of our brain that interprets what's going on. We focus on our thoughts, we focus on the situation around us, we look around us to the situation, and based on that situation, even though the body might be doing some of the same things that we're consciously aware of, we are labeling how we are feeling based on what's going on around us. This can be a problem with people who have disorders such as anxiety disorders and panic. They may interpret the start of heart beating more rapidly due to exercise, for example, as the start of a panic attack. On the other hand, if they can do some good labeling and see that that's why their heart rate was going up, they may not proceed to have a full panic attack at that point. So 3 different situations, just a demonstration of one point of view on emotions. This is the Schachter-Singer theory, which says that we have physical arousal and then we have cognitive labeling based on the situation around us, and that tells us what emotion that we are consciously experiencing. Till next time, take care.